Welcome to Subramani. I've been talking to some non-resident Indians, and I find that many of them are coming back to India. Who are the people who are normally coming back to India? Those people who are childless and know that they don't have too much of a social support system in the US to look after them in their old age. I see them coming back only in their late 60s and maybe even early 70s, but by the time they have perhaps made a decision to sell off their assets in the US or Canada or wherever else they are, and then decide to come to India. I don't know whether that's a great thing to do, because if you want to create a great atmosphere for yourself here, you're better off coming in your 50s and 60s, buying some space, deciding where you want to live, talking to your siblings, talking to your cousins, whoever, friends, classmates, whoever, wherever they are going to spend their old age. Better to spend it with them, better to plan it when you are in your 60s, 50s, 60s. And then come in your 70s. That's a much better plan, because suddenly in your 70s you may not be able to make many friends, and the options may also be limited. I do not know whether you have been keeping track, but many of the senior citizen homes, forget geriatric care, are putting restrictions on whether you can live there alone with or without domestic help. So if you're, say, 75 years of age and you have some dementia, or some, not even dementia, something even like BP and sugar and things like that, and you're single, then the place where you are taken care of, the senior citizen home, expect you to have a full-time live-in servant to take care of you, because they don't have the infrastructure to handle. If you fall down in the night, yes, maybe somebody will pull you, put you in an ambulance and take you to the hospital, but they don't have a system where by which they are able to monitor whether something is wrong with you. So you need to have a full-time servant, right? So some of these things, sorry, I am digressing. So yes, I'm seeing people coming back even from Canada. Normally it used to be from the Gulf that they wanted to come back and live in India, but I see people coming back from US, from Canada, which is surprising, because most of them pride saying, oh, lifelong where our medical is taken care of, we have already paid for it in terms of taxes, I've got a Canadian citizenship, right? That's what they take pride in. But suddenly they realize that labor may not be available. Good quality domestic servant is impossible to think of in most other countries. I mean, you go east, maybe in Indonesia, Malaysia is different, but if you go to the west, chances of having a full-time servant who will fetch water for you, fetch the newspaper, wash your car, drive you around, buy vegetables, cook, right? You have to do everything yourself. Remove the ice in the driveway, all that you have to do yourself, and those vagaries of the weather there. So when they come to India, they say they come for their roots, but like my friend says, they don't come for their roots, they come for their root canal. So they find that the medical treatment in India is of top class quality, and it's not expensive. I must quote this from politician's office. This politician had gone abroad for some medical intervention, and the doctor treating him there was an Indian, and he said, in my field the best doctor is in Bombay. So that was quite a slap for this politician who had gone abroad for treatment, and to be told that, look, better quality treatment is available in India. So good medical treatment, good social network, because all said and done, their friends, classmates, etc. would have been in India. A majority of them would be there, so cousins, etc. And therefore you attend a lot of social events, you attend marriages, birthdays, kids' birthdays, right, all those things. So you suddenly keep in touch with those people. So social bonding is good, medical facilities are good, housing is not so expensive, especially if you've got dollar savings. So many of these people are coming back. but I don't know whether they will go back, because if they keep that option open saying, oh, we will try India and then if it is not good we will go back, that option if they keep it on, I do not know how they will react to it later. But right now, yes, non-resident Indians are coming, but an equally big number may be going, maybe more numbers are going. You hear a lot of problems about Canada, and still the queues in the Canadian embassy for going to Canada is not coming down. Yes, you can say the number of people in the embassy processing it has come down, therefore the lines look longer, but that's your interpretation for this. I don't think Indians still believe that Canada, Australia, etc., the white part of the world is where one should go, and the quality of life is better. So that's the best thing to do. Now you look at the flip side. In the US, there is talk that by 2033, social security and medical insurance are both likely to be closed, simply because they are underfunded to the extent of $175 trillion. Yes, it's with a T, not with a B. $175 trillion. So if that is the amount of money which is a deficit in the social security, and perhaps even in the medical claims, medical insurance, the social security is likely to fall down earlier than later, or the amounts might come down. The amount which is being paid to you on a monthly basis is likely to come down. So there is perhaps no great security there. So that is one thing. Second, if your children are not around you, or you're not convinced that the children will look after you in your old age, or the children can't, or you don't have children, whatever be the reasons, that is another reason why people come back to India. Then of course there is the old thing of liking old Indian culture, etc., etc. So this is a new trend. New trend in the sense that people, when they went abroad maybe 60-70 years back, they did not think of coming back to India as a great choice, but now people are doing that, but we do not know the real reasons why they are doing it. These are the reasons which they state. Ultimately we will have to see whether they have the resilience to sit through the bad times whenever the time comes. Thank you.